Hello everyone, and welcome to the 2021 Sterling High School National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. We are gathered here to formally recognize those students who are being inducted as new members of our NHS chapter. I'm Sammy DePaul, and I am the current president of BHS NHS, and the purpose of National Honor Society is to create enthusiasm for scholarship, to stimulate a desire to render service, to promote leadership, and to develop character in the students of secondary schools. Today's ceremony indicates a continuing emphasis on excellence that we represent for our school and our community. First, we will begin with the purpose of NHS and the lighting of the candles, which I'll hand over the mic to Secretary Abby.
Hi, my name is Abby Schultz, and I am the current Secretary of BHS NHS. And I just wanted to say that throughout the year, members of our chapter serve as role models for other students. In addition to the strong academic records that establish our eligibility for membership, our chapter members are leaders in many student organizations. We serve our school and community through many activities, including the Brookings Marathon, Share the Warmth, and the Salvation Army Development. We're proud of this record of accomplishment, and we welcome these new members who bring new energy and support our continuing work as NHS members. And now we will begin with the lighting of the candles, and Jency Jensen with the meaning of the emblem. The emblem of this society, which appears on the front of the program and on your membership card, is the keystone and the flaming torch. The keystone bears its corners the letters C, S, L, and S, which stands for the principles of this organization: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. These virtues must be fitted faithfully into the purpose of life. The flaming torch is the emblem of our purpose, to bear the forward of the searching light of truth, to lead so that others may follow in the light, to keep burning in our school a high ambition for the enduring values of life, and to serve those purposes which are symbolized in the torch. Come back to scholarships.
Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for education ends only with life. Knowledge is one great element in life, which leads to the high success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning is the lamp by which we read the past, and the light which illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
Character is the positive force in each person, which makes one an individual distinguished from all others. Without self-pride, no person can have self-respect or hope to earn the respect of others. It is this force of character which guides us through life, responding in heroism, understanding, sympathy, or tolerance to the demands of us. It is achieved and not received. It is a daily striving of self-discipline, so that choices are based on morality and decency, and not solely upon self-interest or opportunism. We must truly be how we wish others to perceive us. By demonstrating this in our daily lives, we may hope to prove by example our respect for character.
And now we'll have youth field goals with leadership.
No group would be complete without leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on us. In taking the initiative in class, school activities, and the community, the real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others don't. No matter what power and resources may exist in a country, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a significant charge to each of our members and to the candidates.
And lastly, we will have service of youth and
The next and final pillar of National Honor Society is service. Join hands with me and together, let us serve. A willingness to help and an unselfish devotion to make life better, happier, and more fulfilling as we step together for the common good. To lose oneself in enthusiasm for good and vital purposes without thought of monetary compensation or without recognition brings its own rewards. Service does not flaunt itself. It is a simple giving and sharing of one's energies and abilities wherever there is need. The gift of ourselves is our commitment to a better tomorrow. Much has been given to us, and we would like to give as much as we can to others.
Dr. Monster, come forward. We're going to have all the members come up and Mr. Monster will call your name. I have some cards to give you, but we won't be shaking hands. I don't need any representatives. So I'll
students come up when we call their name, correctly? And then they'll stand right here. Are we streaming okay, Brad? Mr. Newman? Got 2 thumbs up back there, so let's roll. You ready? Hold applause until the end. So we'll hold applause till the end, otherwise this takes a lot longer, guys. So we'll play forward. Luke Bielfeld. Hey, you know what we should do is one Bobcat clap, which is 3 claps in a row. Ready? Does that work? I think that's pretty cool. Ella Bisgard. We'll get better at it. Jackson Bowes. We can do better. Derek Brawlier. I like that. Callie Brinkman. Claire Burns. I told you we could do better. Tristan Cass. Catherine Charging. Allison Clark. Nicholas Dearson. Kaylee Dixon. Claire Einspar. Jenna Eichens. Grace Enns. Jenna Evans. Jack Even. Gavin Fixon. Olivia Foster. Tara Fife. Rachel Gannon. Kennedy Gibson. Sydney Grendel. Emma Groen. Christopher Gross. Lincoln Carter. Emily Arms. Charlie Holm. Joseph Ollie. Jency Jensen. Hayden Jewett. Carter Johnson. Jessica Kelser. Gavin Klinkhammer. Ella Sheldon. Brock Longville. Paige Malky. Brooklyn McGuire. Destiny Moe. Zachary Moe. Emma Morphew. Tessa Nelson. Ryan Nielsen. KG Numata. Madison Overby. Joshua Park. Erica Peterson. Brody Powers. Nathan Rutledge. Hannah Sebring. Ainsley Shelsta. Aria Simmet. Ian Smith. Matthew Sorby. Tara Stout. Noah Stremmel. Look, I sped up. We have it back on. Alex Svobodny. Jeffrey Svobodny. Nicholas Teal. Tristina Ting. Peyton Theodosopoulos. Aditya Tamala. David Vanderzee. Rowan Bostad. Janine Warning. Riley Weisbeck. Elizabeth Westland. Jocelyn Zur. And anyone else I did not read?
Have all seniors left out here? All I think all seniors? Did we miss anyone? Okay, thank you for being an audience, seniors. Can we just maybe get a picture here so I might need some of you guys to keep out from the back to the front. All the people in the back.
Please take your seats, inductees and existing members of NHS. one of the things we look for when I do evaluations in the classroom, observations, evaluations, is the transition. Because the classroom routines are key. This is not part of my speech, but I can tell that we haven't done this often because the transition from the picture spot to our seats was a little messy. We can work on that. We'll get it next time. But clapping, though, that was amazing, and I really appreciate your claps because that was good. I was considering what to say tonight, and I had put together a 4-page outline, and Mr. King said I had maybe 2 minutes to talk. So I thought, okay, I'm going to cut it way down and be super brief, but try to reach out and connect with all of you. But you may not know this. We have at least one teacher on our staff. Mr. Gansey, Mr. Richard Gansey is a teacher of sophomore English and senior English and AP. He's a nerd. And I'd say that if he were here. So I'm okay saying that he's nerdy. And so for him, I opened up the book 1 of the Stormlight Archive series. Anyone? Any fans?
Yes.
Okay, we have one. Okay, we'll talk later.
Okay.
And so I opened it up and read book 1. Actually, I listened. I audiobook things. And it's as fantasy nerdy as you could possibly get. And so I read for him. But when I got to the 4th book, and it was a 56-hour listen, which is long for an audiobook. No, I'm kind of joking. I got into it. It was good. It's really good stuff. But there was a quote in it that really caught my eye and my ear, and so I wrote it down. So tonight when I was thinking about what do you say to an amazing group of students who is really doing a wonderful job during an incredibly odd time, you know, I hope, that you are going through this. This isn't how this night is supposed to go. We don't usually have a quick meal and no parents and that kind of thing, but you're making it happen. And I just want to say thank you, acknowledgement. I'm just a slight bird walk. I'll get back to my book story. The quote that I saw that really struck my ear was, "Do not dismiss your own talents because you envy those of another." Do not dismiss your own talents because you envy those of another. Because you are all amazing. You have an amazing combination of gifts and talents that is absolutely unique in this world. I think as a species, there's no research on this that I found or even looked for, but I would guess that as a species, we are prone to comparison and categorizing. We do that to ourselves, we do that to each other, and I would urge you in this world that is exacerbated by the comparisons that we see all the time on Snapchat, Instagram, whatever, that you're comparing your life and yourself to these idealized situations that happen outside your family, outside yourself. I urge you to remember that you are amazing, and you have an amazing combination of gifts and talents that is absolutely unique in this world. And I will quote one more time, do not dismiss your own talents because you envy those of another. Be you, be the best you can be. Congratulations for being inducted into the NHS Society. That's redundant. National Honor Society. I just said. So congratulations on your induction and your continued attendance in NHS. Good job. You're up.
All right, so now we will continue with this next year's NHS officer elections. Everyone should have received a ballot. We're going to watch the videos that everyone made. If you are a senior and you received a ballot, please don't write anything on it and give it back blank. Because there's only the exact number of people in NHS printed out so that we know that there's no double ballots or anything. So if you receive one, and you're a senior, please leave a blank and give it back. If you run on it, we'll figure that out. All right. So first, let's begin with the secretary role. I'm gonna move the TV. All right. So to begin, the secretary is in charge of communication, so that includes emails or mine, is in charge of the website, bhsnhs.org, scheduling meetings, press releases to get NHS in the paper. They're in charge of taking pictures of group NHS projects, collecting and regularly sending to the school website, for vocab, for register, etc. So I have 2 videos back to back for the 2 people running. So first, we have Lily Foster.
Good evening. As most of you guys know, I am Lily Foster, and I'm going to keep this as short as I can. I'm going to be running for the BHS NHS secretarial position. Throughout my years at BHS, I've been involved in a multitude of student organizations, including but nowhere limited to Speech and Debate, where I'm the current secretary, volunteering for the yearbook committee, as well as working as the PR rep on the Bay City Regional Student Council Board. These are all different activities that have really boosted my written and overall communicative abilities, which I feel like are very necessary attributes for the NHS secretary to hold. Not only would I be confident in delivering press releases to the newspaper and sharing photos and stories, but I would also work hard to make sure that you guys are having your voices heard when it comes to scheduling and overall meeting, just logistics in general. As NHS secretary, I would incredibly enjoy getting not only to exercise my written and communicative abilities, but I would also incredibly love being able to give back to BHS and the community as a whole. This is something, responsibility that I don't take lightly. So yes, just thank you guys for your time, and good night, I guess. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Grace, and I'm running for the position of secretary on the NHS board. I think that I'm prepared for this role because I'm involved in a lot of activities at BHS, such as swimming, debate, track, choir, and vocal class. I also have had experience with leadership, as last year I was the co-captain of the swim team, and I'm also part of the student council. I think that I would make a great secretary because I'm very organized. I will always keep you updated about what is going on with NHS and let you know in advance when volunteer deadlines are due so that you have plenty of time to procrastinate. I want to make sure that you are never caught off guard with projects and activities. Also, one of my goals is to spread awareness about NHS and volunteering to help our community. So I will take pictures of our events and promote community service. I hope to get your vote. Thank you.
So that was your secretary, and while you guys are voting, I'll read off the responsibilities for vice president, which are in charge of hours, attendance, etc. So that's a lot of work. Keeping track of people, make sure all the projects are valid, etc. Your vice president is someone who will want to, they will be in charge of like whether or not, if they're responsible or if they're irresponsible, then you could accidentally get kicked off by each other. So you want someone responsible. So here are your 2 nominees for vice president.
Hello everyone, my name is Satya Tamala, and I'm seeking to run for Vice President. Now, let's face the facts. A lot of us are doing NHS to put it on our college resumes. We should not deny this, but we are all driven to improve our community in some way or another, and that is what NHS stands for, and that is why we are all here today. Through collaboration and frontline leadership, I want to make the most change in our community with the least amount of time commitments from all of us. Now, there are 2 things that you should know about me. 1, I have been blessed with an amazing family and support system, and I'm very, very grateful for it. And 2, being so blessed has left me with a responsibility to give back to those who do not have as much as I have. That's really why we are all gathered here today. We've all been given so much, and we have a responsibility, a moral obligation to give back to those who need it the most. I want to be part of an administration who loves people, who loves our community, and one who really wants to make a difference. It is possible to make a huge impact on the community while also being able to do other things you love to do, while also getting sleep. So let's make a difference together.
Hi there. Now, I know my campus got really tall girls who play basketball, but my name is Ainsley Shelsa, and I run into be your National Honor Society Vice President. Now, most of you might have heard the role of Vice President, taking attendance, keeping track of hours, making a spreadsheet, and thought, ew. Well, not me. This year, as drum and truth band, I got perfect at taking attendance because I took it every day, and I had to stay really organized and make mini spreadsheets. Another thing about me is I feel I have really good time management skills with having to manage school, extracurricular activities, sports, and staying away from Seaburn in the halls. Other activities I've been involved in choir council, city council, and as a member of the basketball team. Now let's make this year at NHS a slam dunk and voting for Chelsea to be me, standing tall to represent you all.
So that was Lydia and Ainsley, which are the vice president, teachers, and now for president, the president prepares and leads all NHS meetings, is in charge and on call at favorite NHS projects. They're a point person for the rest of NHS, and basically they're just in charge like I am right now. So for next year's president's nominees are, I don't know, so we just want to do it.
Hi, my name is Cindy Gunner, and I'm running to be your National Honor Society president. I have been involved in many activities such as gymnastics, softball, track, monogram club, 4-H, prom committee, and SAD. Being involved in all of these activities has taught me to work with a variety of people. Another thing that I'm involved in is student council, where I have been able to organize and plan events. I also plan on being on their executive board next year. I also play an active role in my church youth group board, where I organize events and think of new ways to get more youth involved. I feel that I'm qualified for this job because I enjoy and organize and have experience planning events. Another thing that qualifies me for this is I have been involved in many community service projects, such as feeding Brookings, teaching a gymnastics camp at the Boys and Girls Club, and volunteering at the Brookings Marathon. I would like to take on this role as your National Honor Society president. So, with your support, please vote Cindy Granlund for president.
Good evening, everyone. In case you didn't know, my name is Joshua, or Joseph if you're Mrs. King, and I'm a I say this because I'm organized, open-minded, and communicate well with people. To start, I think I'd be a good pick for NHS president because I'm well organized. I keep track of most things in my life, including homework, activities, and perhaps most impressively, my non-organized records. And yes, before you ask, we are going to project that I'm on the state law student team whose names are like the next big two brand. However, along with this, my leadership experience as VP of COSA has helped me develop the organizational skills one needs to possess as NHS president. Next, I am open-minded and I'm willing to listen to the suggestions and opinions of all members, even if you actually listen to Carpe or the baby or Kanye West. But rest assured that I will try my best to address all concerns and questions brought to me, because in the safe space, there are no stupid questions. Actually, yes, there are. But to me, all of them are equally hurt. And lastly, I think I'm qualified to be your president because I communicate well with people. Most of you might know that there's no I in team, but did you also know that there's no I in Joshua? Just me? Okay. No, I guess. But the point being is that we'll only be able to be successful if we communicate efficiently and together. And as president, I'm able to make that happen. To recap, to be your next NHS president because I'm organized, open-minded, and communicate well with people. And if that still isn't enough for you, just know that I can do a mean reputation.
on your way out, drop those off at the table in the front with the program. But before we go, a couple things. Seniors, please make sure you don't write on the ballot. Very important. For next year, your service hours, you can now start doing them. You can do them from now until your induction next year. You have to get 30 hours. We did change some things. You can only get 12 hours from one place. So you can't just like get all 30 over the summer, like if you go like, I don't know. Just look at the rules online if you're interested on doing NHS hours over the summer. We expect most people to get around 10 over the summer. And all right, congratulations on being next year's NHS.